Conflict Jiu-Jitsu has 6 facets. This is not an attempt to reduce the complexities of human conflict into a 6 easy steps formula. That's not possible. The design is to allow examination of 6 important aspects of conflict. The first facet, get quiet, is foundational to the rest of conflict jiu-jitsu. Getting quiet is not just about getting quiet of voice. It's about getting quiet inside, in your mind and in your spirit. When the energy of conflict washes over you, when provoked by another person or by a situation, your human tendency is to react, as is mine. When your button gets pushed, you come to a pivotal fork in the road. You can either strategically respond or simply react. There is a world of difference between the two. When you react, problems get caused, not the least of which is allowing the other person to own you, to dictate your emotions and your behavior. Reactions are knee-jerk and come in several forms that have a lot to do with your temperament and with your personal history. Perhaps your knee-jerk reaction is to lash back in anger and risk giving the best speech you'll ever regret, thus escalating the problem and damaging the relationship. Or perhaps your knee-jerk is to make yourself small and passively give in, thereby allowing yourself or your organization to be damaged. Make no mistake, if you do this, the injustice will continue, and you may come to regret your own weakness. The human brain is wired to react quickly as a defense mechanism. It's not easy to choose a strategic response in the heat of conflict, given the way our brains are wired. There is another source of provocation, other than other people, our own stories. Our brains are constantly scanning our surroundings and creating predictive stories to help us navigate the world. Our stories can be accurate, they often are, but sometimes they miss the mark. And sometimes these mistaken stories provoke us into conflict on false pretenses. For example, there have been times before tough meetings when I have vividly pre-played the meeting, heard the voices, seen the faces, and found myself mad walking into the room. To understand the significance of stories, let's put the shoe on the other foot. Have you ever been misjudged and on the wrong end of a mistaken story? How did that feel, and what effect did it have on the proceedings? Speaking for myself, I want to cultivate my ability to be response-able. When provoked, whether from without or more usually by my own imagination, I want to quiet myself and choose an honorable response. You know, we have an owner's manual for every appliance in our home, but we've never been provided an owner's manual for our brain, and we could use one. Conflict Jiu-Jitsu takes a deep look at how our brains work in the middle of conflict and how we can rewire them to be more response-able and less reactive. After all, before we have any chance of influencing others, we must first be in possession of ourselves.